walk in the Spirit. Come with me as we have another walk. Now this is a mid-week video. I normally don't do these, but I had the day off today, and it's also extremely windy. So I have the camera very close to me, so you should be able to hear me, and I'll try to be vigilant in speaking towards the camera. I was going to wear my hat, but it's so windy it almost blew off, so I got it tucked away. I don't have a lot of time, so I still think I have time for a 30-minute video, so let's get this done. I can't dilly-dally. Last week I had a dream. Now I feel the same about dreams as I do about prophecies. You can't make doctrines out of prophecies. You can't make doctrines out of dreams. However, prophecies and dreams are of God, and can be of God, but they always must submit to the Word of God. Now, having said that, I had, I believe, my fourth dream about what I call the star Wormwood. I think it was my third Walk in the Spirit video. I'll put it up here. You can link to it here. I'll link to it here and you can watch it. I think it's the third one, where I talked about one of the signs, or one of the things that woke me up to the signs of the times was I had a dream about a close, near Earth, small planet, giant asteroid, some kind of astrological object coming near the planet Earth. And I've had 3 of those over the last, before this last one. I think the last one was a year ago, and then I had 2 of them like 2-3 years ago. Well, one was in 2017, near the September 23rd sign with Revelation 12. Now, I'm not going to get into talking about, it's very windy. I'm not going to get into talking about Wormwood too much, a little bit, but I did a whole video on Wormwood, and you can find that video here. Highly recommend watching it. For my understanding upon its impact upon the Earth, I believe that it might be 2 astrological, or some kind of objects coming towards Earth. Might be 2 of them, okay? Of course, there's going to be lots of comets and asteroids. I'm talking about 2 large ones. So, not a lot to share, but I will share what I remember from my dream last week, which again would be the 4th such dream, if indeed it was of God. This time, and by the way, each one, again, this is 4, each one got less and less frightening. The first one was absolutely terrifying, very scary. Second one was quite scary. The third one was scary. This time I wasn't scared at all. And each time the object also seemed to get smaller. Now this time, did it get smaller? Maybe. Same size, possibly smaller. Again, watch my Wormwood video for detail on those dreams. I discuss them there. This time, when I saw it, it was about the size of the moon, maybe a little bigger, so maybe like 1.5, 2 times the size of the moon, and it was very white, and it was clouds. I was seeing like clouds around it. It's possible I was seeing ice, but in the dream I thought it was clouds. And then next I saw it in the dream, it was 10 to 15 times the size of the moon, really close to the Earth, super close, where like in the previous dreams it was so close it was scary. This time I was not fearful at all. I don't know why. Maybe because I believe in a pre-tribulation rapture, and I understood it to be a sign of what's to come after the rapture. But as it came close, it had a ring around it that was made up of ice. Like ice, it was an ice ring, ice rocks, you know, formations of ice around it that made this ring. And as it came by the earth, it didn't hit the earth, as it came by the earth, that ring of ice, I'll do a quick spin here, that ring of ice shot meteors onto the earth. So that definitely goes with Revelation. Of course, Wormwood is the name of the star that hits the earth in Revelation. I'll put the reference on the screen. But what I'm seeing doesn't actually hit the earth. So maybe what hits the earth is a small part, or one of those rocks that comes off this planet, or planetoid, or meteor, or whatever you want to call it. So basically that's all I had to share on the dream. And this was again last week. I had this maybe, yeah, probably a week ago, or maybe a little longer. Definitely less than 2 weeks ago. But folks, I think we are, before I go on, onto the next thing I want to share. I did not actually fully, I was not convinced of the September 23rd sign until two things. One, when I experienced the eclipse in fall of 2017, and when I had these dreams. Those dreams are what woke me up to the signs of the times, and I talk about that in another video. I think it's my responding to times for those who are asleep, or the Deniers. If I have room, I'll put it up here, otherwise just down below. And I discuss how these dreams, I think in that video, woke me up to the signs of the times. I might not be on YouTube doing videos if I didn't have those dreams helping me to wake up. Having said that, if the Lord indeed knows how powerful that those dreams had upon me in waking me up, that I believe is also a sign for me for more how close we are. So what I'm saying is folks, I think we are close to the rapture. We're in March of 2021. This month will be 3.5 years from the September 23rd sign, if my math is correct. 3.5 years is very significant, because the tribulation is 7 years and broken up into 3.5 year periods. Also, the two prophets, two witnesses who come after the rapture to Jerusalem and prophesy. I put the reference on the screen, you can read about it, who I believe is Moses and Elijah. When they are killed, they lie in the streets of Jerusalem, and nobody buries them. They lay on the earth, on the streets of Jerusalem, for 3.5 days, and then God resurrects them. So 3.5 is very significant. I'm not saying, thus says the Lord, the rapture is going to happen this month, but I've been looking at this month for quite a while. So it is a high watch month for me. Again, I'm not saying, thus says the Lord, the rapture is going to happen in March of 2021. I'm not saying that. I just believe it's a possibility, and I've given my reasons why. But there are other things going on. It's in the news the last day or two. They have decided not to redo 6 books by Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss is now being canceled. This cancel culture thing is getting ridiculous, and it's only going to be leading to ultimately making Christianity against the law. It's going to be illegal to be a Christian. Another sign of the times is, I think it's the governor of New York, or is it the mayor of New York, Cuomo, I think his name. There's now 3 women who've come forward having allegations against him, and he's Democrat, and nobody said anything on the Democrat side for quite a while. But the restrainer is still here, we who are in the church, and we've been making noise about it. You know, the conservatives have been making noise. Why is anybody saying anything about this Democrat politician who has been alleged to be abusing women or assaulting them? Well, finally some Democrats are starting to step up. But you see, that's not going to happen after the rapture, because we are the restrainer. Once we're gone, the socialists are going to take control of the world with the one world government, and evil will be rampant throughout the earth. We're seeing the precursors to that. The only thing that's stopping that from happening is us, who have the extra oil, producing the fruits of the Spirit, even encouraging our other conservatives to say something, which is forcing those who don't know God to say, yeah, you're right, he shouldn't have did that, we'll look into it. They're grudgingly looking into it. So these are just the signs of the times that we're in. Time is short. It might not be this month, but I don't believe the rapture is going to happen on the Feast of Trumpets. I believe the second coming will happen on the Feast of Trumpets, and I discussed that in this video here, okay? I believe there's a time period between the rapture and the starting of the tribulation, when the Antichrist will confirm a covenant. I believe Daniel 9:27, the confirming of the covenant, will more than likely happen on the Feast of Trumpets, so that when 7 years comes by, Jesus will come down with us, who are in heaven with him, down to the earth. And that will be on the Feast of Trumpets. That's what I believe. Please see that video for more. The signs are here, folks. It's so close to these things happening. The earth is ripe. One of the, and I put this on my Facebook page, there was a Russian warship that went into one of the ports. I forget the name of this. I'll put it on the screen. As a matter of fact, I'll even put a screenshot of the article. There's, I think, 5 nations who are going to attack Israel in Ezekiel 38. Well, one of them is a smaller country. I'll list here. I forget its name now. I forget. And a Russian battleship went to port there. That was interesting. United States, now that has a new president, is separating its ties with Saudi Arabia. That's interesting. Saudi Arabia is now desiring more peace with Israel, since there is no peace and relationship growing between it and the United States. So these are all things bringing us towards that point where the tribulation will happen. Again, that's not going to happen. The tribulation doesn't start till after the rapture. Then I believe the Ezekiel 38 war will happen. God will miraculously help Israel and save it. The Antichrist will come after the war, offer a peace treaty with Israel, and that will begin the tribulation. All right, folks, we're going to come to the end of this path here. We'll walk up just a little bit just so I can have it covered. But that's pretty much going to end my message today. I don't have a lot to share. I just think it's time to be ready, folks. Get that extra oil. Get that extra oil. Be the salt so that you can be rapture ready. Okay, folks? Let's go up here to the street. We'll turn around. Now this trail doesn't really end, but unfortunately you have to go like 2 blocks down the sidewalk and then it starts down there. Alright, folks, this is going to end my walk in the Spirit today. Just a short midweek one. By the way, last weekend, if you didn't notice, I put up a walk in the Spirit video, and I recorded on Saturday, put it up on Sunday, I think. And but it was like over 45 minutes long. But my first topic ended at 29 minutes. So I cut the video there and posted that as one walk in the Spirit. Then I had 16 minutes left of that video, and I made a second walk in the Spirit video out of it, and that went up yesterday, I believe. So, and I marked it as part 2. So don't be confused, it was all recorded at the same time. It was just really long, so I broke it up into 2 videos. So then now there's going to be a third one this week. So all right folks, that's going to complete my walk in the Spirit. Hopefully you folks will get yourselves ready. Be looking up. The Lord's coming soon. How soon? I don't know. I have no thus saith the Lord, but I do think March is going to be an interesting month, and I'll be looking extra for the signs and for being called up by the Lord through that trumpet. All right folks, we'll see you soon, Lord willing, if we're not raptured, if I'm not censored. God bless folks. You have a good day. Bye-bye.